Docs flavour, whether or not it's going to be a hit or whether or not it's going to fall on its ass. Lamington flavoured Smith's chips.
It's a bold strategy.
Lamington. Lamington.
Horrid. I have no other word to say but horrid. What are they doing? It's just...
News.com.au put a poll on their Facebook page. 80% of responders said no. I don't know if they, like the evil geniuses down Smith's, have actually got like a hook into social media. For example, everyone said no, dear God, no, dear God, no, 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 no. So Ghostbusters answered the call back in 2016 after that trailer. Now, it wasn't because they're hating on women.
It's because the movie sucked.
It's so shit. That movie's still trying to earn a living out there on the pole and the podium. Seriously, no one's raining cash on it.
That movie is out on the corner.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe I bought the Blu-ray of it. I thought this might get better for 2 or 3 watches afterwards, and it didn't, but I've been wrong about movies, and we won't get into that. We won't get into that. Olivia Sutherland is Smith's marketing director. She said, our latest invention combines a sweet, quintessentially Aussie cake with Australia's favourite potato chip. It seemed the perfect way to celebrate the Australian summer.
I can just see her sitting in a dark, cavern underneath Smith HQ, stroking a big white fluffy cat going, they'll buy whatever I say.
Do you know that the marketing campaign for it, and by the way, the bag actually has glitter on it, okay? The bag's got glitter on it. It says, Struth Bloody Butte. No. F*** off.
When's the last time you've heard anyone say bloody Butte?
I don't know, Lara Bingle, but look how that turned out. Now, we've got time, Australia, to prepare ourselves for this stupid shit. It is going to be available on shelves at Woolworths and convenience stores from January 1. So do not under any circumstances in an alcohol-fueled dumbass moment walk into 7-Eleven going, I need something to cure this hangover. Do not get Lamington-flavoured chips.
They're available from January 1. They better still be there.
They had tomato sauce, gravy. They've had garlic bread, Peking duck chips. You name it. Concrete-flavoured chips.
The madness must end, Benny. It has to end.
I'm calling for her head.
And we're the people that can do it.
Yeah. Now,
vote with your feet, Australia.
Well, what about the recent spate of trendy flavoured milks like mint slice, ice Vovo, and other shit flavours? Have you had one of them?
No.
The ice Vovo one, it just tastes like diabetes.
What's ice Vovo? What flavour is ice Vovo?
Oh, the ice Vovo aren't its biscuits. Why are these companies getting together and just let's get our products to each other? Because it's just going to with your bottom line.
You got nothing better to do.
You dickheads. Speaking of dickheads, this bloke in Maine has gone down the Home Depot, like we were talking earlier about the doomsday preppers, right? He's built himself a booby trap. So for someone who tries to break into the house or anything like that, someone breaks into the house, he's got him. But he's gone and killed himself with his own booby trap. How'd he do it, Az?
He's rigged up a handgun to fire at anyone opening the front door, and he's unintentionally shot himself. Did he forget? I'm assuming he must have just opened the door.
Well, he's 65 years old, so...
He opened the front door on Thanksgiving night and found out the trap indeed worked. After being shot, he managed to call 911 himself, but soon succumbed to his injuries.
Where was he shot? In the head, or...?
I'm assuming not the head if he managed to make a phone call to 911.
I reckon this is great, though, and I'll tell you why. It's because someone's finally giving Wile E. Coyote the credit he deserves. All those Acme traps he tried to set up to catch the Roadrunner, and he couldn't do it. It's like Roadrunner runs past, he goes, hang on a minute.
He's just going, Wile E. Coyote's going, it's not that easy, is it?
Now, why would he, in Maine, I don't think Maine is a very violent state. It's not like he's living in South Central Los Angeles or in the Bronx or something like that.
Just watch one too many Home Alone movies. They said here that the home was swept by Maine police, and several more unsafe devices were recovered on the premises.
Oh, is there more?
There was more. It was only the beginning. So if you managed to get past the front door to knock off this 65-year-old, then you had another thing coming.
So how did it work? He opened up the front door. Did it pull the string? Was it like all Kevin from like Home Alone and stuff like that?
It hasn't got anything here about the actual mechanics of how the device worked, but it's just, he's rigged up a handgun. So I guess the old Home Alone thing where you've got string that goes from you turn the door handle down and everything runs down and pulls on the trigger or something. And it's aimed at the person that's walking through the door and bam!
America, guns actually do kill people.
The battle. This is gonna be good. With Benny and Az.
I've saved the best content till last, Az, because that's what we like to do. We like to finish with a bang here on The Burble. And by the way, thank you very much for joining us. I just will plug your podcast, actually. That's also recorded out of this very room here as well, Two Slips in a Gully. It's yourself, it's Glenn, it's Scott, talking all things international cricket.
Absolutely. We're a bunch of just cricket tragics, loving having a good yarn about everything cricket. We talk about the test matches that are happening in Australia. We'll talk about the Big Bash. We'll talk about our favourite international things. It's if you're any cricket lovers out here listening to The Burble, I do encourage you to look us up, Two Sleeps in the Gully. Well worth a listen. Thanks
with balls in hand.
With balls in hand.
They do that podcast. Saving the best for last here, Az. A Japanese department store is reconsidering its controversial plan to ask the female employees to wear badges whilst they're on their period, saying that it didn't mean to cause offence. If you did that in Australia, we'd like to say, imagine you walk into any McDonald's across this wide brown land. You've got Caitlin, who's 16 years old, all right? She's working her way up to being crew trainer, but you tell her, no, when you're on the blot, you have to wear this badge so we know that you're on the blot. Now, come on. What the are they doing in Japan? Japan's made some monumental ups in the last 100-odd years, okay? World War II being one of them. We won't go there. Why the hell is this department store in Osaka saying, well, they actually said that they were encouraging bonding, having menstruating staff wear a badge featuring an existing manga character, loosely translated as Miss Period.
Oh, little Miss Period.
Seri Chan, right? Now, the aim was fostering sympathy among co-workers. So it displayed that I'm on the blot, right? And it triggered massive public outcry. It's crazy and creepy, they said. You're damn right. How would you translate? We have to be fair. How would you translate this for men? What is there that you could wear a badge for that men, because we all know that men also sort of, not physically, but sort of go through emotional states as if they were having a period.
Yeah, so the bloke's time of the month?
Yeah, the bloke's time month. What would it be?
Oh.
Like, would you wear a badge saying, I've got blue balls, like I haven't had any in a while?
Maybe just like a sad face with tears coming out of it, going and being a big sook today. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, but the thing is, like, have a think about that for a second. Blue balls could relate to menstruation. Like, it's not.
Yeah, if his partner's wearing that badge, then,
blue balls for him.
Blue balls for him.
Where's his blue badge with a little cry with a white coloured tear, so to speak? Like, where's that happening?
I don't know. I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Have you seen the actual picture? Like, have a look at the badge. You've got to look at the badge. It's so stupid. It looks like a love heart with stumpy arms, no fingers, and a cross on its face.
Oh, wow, that is awful.
Some of them were concerned about harassment. Now, listen, there's grounds.
Who's brave enough to go and harass a woman on the blot? That's stupid.
No. They're talking about it's harassment from the store, the actual store and their employees. It's harassment for them to actually have to wear the badge. Now, I would like to know how the store knows that they're on their period.
Maybe it's like an honesty system. You just come in and,
like in your punch card.
Yeah, just
ka-ching.
You just pick the badge. it's all on the employees. It's that time. Pick the badge up.
Opinions shouldn't count in Japan, and I haven't been to. Have you been to Japan?
I have not been to Japan.
I want to go just to see how wacky it is because my fiance's been there, but there's some pretty wacky horror style restaurants and shit that you can go to and all that kind of thing. I'd like to be able to experience that. Like, apparently there's a restaurant where you can actually pretend you're in an insane asylum and shit like that.
Japan, from what I hear, just seems to be like a place where if you just have some weird thought going, wouldn't it be weird if such and such and such and such, and then all of a sudden some little Japanese bloke comes up and goes, actually, we've got that just down there.
It just 3 doors down.
3 doors down, hang a left, go down the set of stairs, It'll be right there.
A badge to say that you're on your period. I'm not with it. I'm against it. I think it's stupid.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and just try. Maybe I'm with you. I think it's beyond a breach of privacy, but I'm gonna put my hat on and go like, well, if I was the CEO of this company, why do I think this is a good idea? And maybe it might reduce the amount of customer complaints. You know, if you go as a customer, you're coming in, you want to try and get some help, and you get someone who's just not quite on their right day. You know, gives you the sideways look or rolls their eyes at
glance,
you.
the
glance. I don't want to help you. I've only got 10 minutes, so I get to go home. I don't want to help you.
Can't you see I'm on my period?
But
off!
if you're like, that was rude to me, all I wanted was a bit of help, and then you go, she's wearing the badge, right. I guess I won't go and write that 400-page email. Yeah. Karen's not going to write that email tonight. No, Karen's not. So maybe, I don't know. I got nothing. That's all I got.
The biggest question is, who the hell is naming their child Karen in Japan?
Oh, there's Karens everywhere. They've got that I want to see the manager haircut. You know the one I'm talking about. They're everywhere.
Hit us up on the socials at theburble.com.au.
Theburble.com.au is where you can find all our podcasts. Plus, as well, we are on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You find us pretty much everywhere. We're all over the place. Now, we would like you to subscribe. And, of course, you can do that and leave a comment. We would love you to do it. Thank you very much, Az, for subbing in tonight for the other Az. I don't even know whether or not he's going to be available. Let's find out if he's going to be available.
What?
What? We just want to know whether or not you're going to be available next week, you f***wit.
Probably. Depends if I'm getting pissed at some Christmas party or not.
Oh, right, okay. So
he's going to be better from the plague by then.
No. He's getting all his sick out now so he can get to the bloody Christmas party because he has to appear in the last week of them being at work or whatever it is. So he's a good employee when we all know that he's not.
Yeah, well, appearances are everything. That's why we do a podcast, not a video show.
We're moving into a video show. By the way, you need to come and fix that laptop up, get all the slap dang good bits in it.
And take the other slap dang bits out of it.
Yeah, get all the shit ones out of it.
Slapping them, danging them, and wanging them and shit.
Yeah, we've got a badge for you to wear every episode now.
Right.
Yeah. So we just know.
What is said badge?
So it shows that you're on the mail blot.
On the what?
On the mail blot.
Oh, the mail blot, right.
Because let's face it, you fell in, like Obelix in Asterix and Obelix, you fell into a cauldron of mail blot when you were born.
Well, see, the problem is I'm currently experiencing menopause, so I won't be on the man blot for much longer.
No. But you are on the squirts, which makes me happy. So if you got the coffee and the sicky and the spewy and the shitty, then that makes me happy.
Oh, good. I'm glad my misfortune can make someone happy.
And you know what the best part about that is, Burble listeners, is that Az's bedroom is directly a house away from his toilet. It's the furthest point from his bedroom to the actual squirt.
The furthest to actually have a squirt. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Thanks for the reminding me of that too, by the way.
Well, have a cup of cement, shut the up, have a smile and black it up. All right, so we
see you next week.
Is it over yet? The answer is yes. Oh, thank God for that. Hit us up on the socials and check us out at theburble.com.au. And don't forget to subscribe and share us with all your mates. Thank you for sharing. And here's the good news. They're back next week. Really? That's good news? It's great news. Here's the taste.
You just better watch out. I'm just beer and 12 years away from replacing you.
You got big wife fronts to fill, my friend. Possibly stained, maybe with a wife beater and things. I'm Alan Jones.